Hi friends, I hope your week is off to a good start. Have you ever looked at your children or grandchildren or someone else's and said something like, kids today just don't pay attention, or kids today just can't focus? Well, it turns out that's true, but maybe not in the way that you might think. Researchers at Ohio State and UC Berkeley have demonstrated that when it comes to paying attention, adults are better at noticing changes in the foreground. They're better at noticing changes in the thing that they're focused on. Children are better at noticing changes in the background, in the things that are happening around or behind the focal point. One researcher says, "We often say that young children are bad at paying attention, but what we really mean is that they're bad at not paying attention." In other words, they don't screen out the world as grown-ups do. And sometimes by focusing less, we can see more. I'm intrigued by this idea of focusing less so that we can see more. What are the things that we are focused on these days? Worry, anxiety, fear, virus, politics, division. If we are so focused on those things, then we are less able to see the things that are going on around and behind them, like kindness and love and service and generosity and compassion. Now, I know it's easy to worry. My 4th grade teacher used to tell me that if I didn't stop worrying so much, I was going to have ulcers by the time I hit middle school. Well, I'm not quite so worrisome now, but still. We worry about our loved ones. We worry about the state of our nation and world. We worry about the environment and the economy. We worry about our health and safety. We worry about our future. We worry about things that we cannot control, predict, or see. In the midst of that uncertainty, Jesus draws our attention to things that we can see, like birds and flowers. In the 12th chapter of the Gospel of Luke, Jesus says, "Consider the ravens. They neither sow nor reap. They have neither storehouse nor barn, and yet God feeds them. Consider the lilies, how they grow. They neither toil nor spin, yet I tell you, even Solomon in all his glory was not clothed like one of these." With references to flowers and to birds, Jesus challenges us to shift our attention away from a future that we cannot see into a present that we can. Instead of worrying about the unknown, Jesus invites us to seek the beauty of the known and to recognize God's activity in it. He calls us to see the beauty of God's work right here and right now where we are, even if we are in the midst of sorrow or struggle. And if we look for God's work but can't see it, it's okay. Because God is always at work. Our ability to perceive God's work doesn't limit God. And so even if we can't recognize it, we can trust that God is always working. You have far more value than birds. And you have far more beauty than flowers. God is with you, and God is working around and behind every challenge you face. Don't worry. Thanks for listening. I'll see you again soon.